going to majorly, it's going to trigger some people, especially haters, because they're going to be like, why are you eating donut burgers? I wanted to try it. I had to try it. I haven't had Tim Hortons donuts in a while, and I've seen that you could make a burger out of, donut buns. So it kind of sounds gross, actually, to me, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm really excited to try this. So I'm going to give this a bite. Want one? The only thing that would make this better is bacon. And I don't have any. It's a glazed donut. It's pretty tasty. It works, guys. The sweet, soft bun, the creamy avocado, the saltiness of the cheese and the beef patty. So I thought I'd talk to you about, summer's fast approaching. Well, slowly approaching. But, I thought I'd talk to you guys about some horrible summer camp experiences I've had. My good mother, bless her heart, she would always want to involve me in extracurricular activities, and I was only interested in 3 things as a kid, okay? Picking caterpillars off trees, playing doctor, and reading Babysitter's Club books under a tree.
I don't look like a dead person.
So one time she sent me away to this week-long, actually this was a day camp. You go away for the day, it was a week-long, and it was an acting camp. It was run by a local guy, probably some failed actor guy who really wanted to be an actor but ended up teaching. I don't know, I'm just making assumptions. Just being a smart ass. So I go there, I don't know anybody, none of my friends, I don't know, they never came to any of these things with me. Their parents didn't want them to go, I don't know what happened. Okay, I get there, and we had to do, the one thing I remember the most is we had to try to do a commercial, make it a believable product. It just seemed to, we had to get into groups, form our own groups, and I was left behind. And I was left behind with the other loser of the group nobody wanted to be with. I don't know why. She was kind of weird, but she was overall nice, I guess, I don't know. So I ended up hooking up with her. I wish I hadn't. She was a control freak. I hate to see how she is in life right now because she wouldn't accept any of my ideas. She was so set on doing this cosmic milk was her idea. Remember what the heck it was. Cosmic milk. I don't know if we were kids, right? So maybe she had a big imagination and she thought that asteroids could provide dairy products. I have no idea what she was thinking. So anyways, we did some stupid commercial for it. And I remember the actor guy, since then he kind of just lost faith in me. I was guilty by association, damn it. So anyways, after that, the big pièce de résistance was this big play we had to put on a show for, our parents or whatever at the end. I think I'm feeling the maple cream one. It was decided upon that we were going to do a recreation of Aladdin. And we were going to do, the one scene that I remember we were going to do was, at the beginning of Aladdin, the Disney cartoon, where they're in a market, and there's all these people, there's all hustle and bustle, and there's people selling nuts and figs and fish. Well, the one, really boisterous guy who's like, sorry, fresh fish.
You fish!
You catch him, we buy, or we catch him, you buy him. That kind of guy, okay? That loud guy there that grabs her by the arm and is like, fresh fish. So anyways, of course I picked the prettiest girl in the group to be Jasmine. She was a blonde girl, but anyways, Jasmine has black hair. I'm sure there was an Indian girl there too. Western looking girl. Way to whitewash already. Holy, we're only kids. Nice habits you're teaching us.
So
anyway, I really wanted the part of Jasmine. Of course not. Every girl wanted the part of Jasmine. You know what I was stuck doing? I was the fucking fresh fish guy. I was the fresh fish guy. And you've seen that part where he's like, fresh fish.
You fish!
The guy, the actor, teacher guy, we did the play, grabbed her by the arm, and I'm like, fresh fish. I was really into my part. I wanted to show that I was a good actress, He gave me shit for overacting. I'm like, really? I'm freaking 10. You just crushed my dreams, my self-esteem, everything. Anyways, I guess I couldn't handle the criticism. I actually did go away to a sleepaway camp, summer camp for a week, and that was the longest week of my life. This was even worse. This is like torture. I don't know what they're trying to teach kids. Again, I knew nobody there. Everyone else seemed to already have their friends there. They've been going there for years, I was a newbie. Number one, you play a lot of sports. You do a lot of physical activity, which is good for you. I know. But like I said, out of those 3 things I listed before that I liked doing as a kid, physical activity wasn't in there. I got there and I'm like, oh no. So I'm sharing a cabin with 2, 3. Yeah, there was 2 bunk beds in each cabin. And then a bed for your team leader. Or your counselor. So the 3 girls were all in a clique together and they were effing snobby. I think I was 12 or 13. So we were just starting to hit puberty. And I really hated them. They were so bitchy to me. They just left me out. you know, didn't even try to make friends with me. I would try to be nice to them. Snobby, and one of them was the leader, and she was so snotty.
No, where she needed to come down off her high horse, because she would, get naked in front of everybody at like 13, and was proud of her body and would parade around, show it off. Like, she had a nice body there, but if you're gonna be snobby and put down others about their bodies, make sure that you don't have a friggin' Satan's bush, because oh my god, she was only 13 and her bush was fucking horrific. So I just remember looking at that and thinking that, I'm like, whatever. Get the weed whacker out. So all bushes aside, the things that made it horrible, so they made it horrible. The thing that made it horrible was that every morning,
So we had to get up at 5 a.m. sharp. 5 a.m. The geese weren't even finished shitting all over the lawn, so you'd have to get out. It was freezing in the morning, like all the wet, cold mildew on the grass. There was all geese shit. You know why? You know what one of the exercises was? How to comb for dead bodies in the fucking cold lake at 5 in the morning.
those are some useful life things that you need to know, you know?
5 in the morning, we had to link arms, get in the freezing lake, you know, move our legs around. They taught us how to feel around for a dead body. Sometimes, so many weird things I've done in my life that I feel like, have I been dreaming half my life? Anytime we would eat in a big mess hall, like the dining hall. And to make our life even more miserable, with your elbows on the table. This is very humiliating, okay? They would all start chanting. Let's say, and it happened to me, and so they would say, Chantals, cutie neighbor, get your elbows off the table. This is not a horse's stable, but a first-class dining table. Stand up, please. You would have to stand up. And then they would make you take a spoon and push it across the floor, the whole length of the dining hall, with your nose. With your nose. I hate them. Like, I legit hate them. You know what? If I wasn't so naive and if I wasn't such a big pussy back then, if that was me going back there today, I would have refused. I wonder what would have happened. I would have got sent home. Aw, what a shame. I did it more for my mother because I didn't want her to feel like I didn't like doing anything, or I didn't want her to waste her money, or I wanted her to have a life too. And I know she would have never cared if I stayed home, but even at that age I was conscious of those things, you know? I remember one night, we were around a campfire, and one of the counselors told a very lame ghost story, sorry. It wasn't even scary. I'm like watching Freddy Krueger at that age. Anyway, one of the girls fainted because she was so scared. And no, I didn't feel bad for her. I was jealous because she became ill or faked illness. I don't know, and she got to go home. I don't know, I stuck it out for some reason. And you know what? I had to push that spoon across that floor so many times. This is really good. I recommend you try it. Probably just once in your life because it's really not good for you. You have to have that cheese and the avocado. You need to have a balance. Like, I don't think ketchup and mustard would taste good on it, you know? I think I've had enough donuts for like a while. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, please like, subscribe, and leave your wonderful comments. And the not so wonderful comments, you know where to go. Bye, guys.
Woof, woof.